And welcome to week 4 of EDUA 517 Curriculum Design and Evaluation. This is week 4. The duration is from the 28th of May through the 3rd of June. I just fixed these dates because I realized I had them off. This week's topic is Assessment and the Common Core State Standards. This week we'll be explaining approaches to school curriculum and evaluation at the micro, macro curriculum levels and clearly identify these in a district, school, and classroom. Design a school curriculum improvement effort that is responsive to present needs, structured by research-based criteria, and addresses educational needs of students for the future, including objectives, procedures, and variety of assessments for the needs of diverse learners. And develop a performance assessment instrument for teachers to evaluate their progress of using a selected curriculum with a variety of pedagogical approaches for student learning. So the first thing to do is to watch the video. To watch the video, click and wait, and then press play. Let me know if you have problems running the video. The reading for this week is Chapter 6 from Curriculum Leadership. Our Christian message addresses being a servant and doing what works rather than control, power, or position. Manipulative tactics provide temporary results. Servanthood provides eternal results. How will you serve your staff and stakeholders? Watch the learning module. To do so, press play.
Welcome to the Purpose of Assessment module.
Pretty straightforward. This week's discussion is for week 4. Click on the link above to begin discussing this week's topics. So just click through. I see that some of you have already made your comments, your preliminary comments. Excellent. Be sure that you comment by Thursday, and then by Sunday you comment on a classmate. Sorry, 2 classmates at least in detail. And finally, assignment number 2, the CCSS Implementation Challenge, Professional Development to the Faculty. So for a description, click through. You'll find a description of the assignment. It is worth 30 points. And scroll down to see the rubric. A few of you have asked about submitting and formatting for your assignment. You are going to submit the presentation document. It is fine if you use Times New Roman and 12-point font. That is because this document is being submitted as an assignment. It isn't a real presentation unless you're really presenting it to your staff. Because it is an assignment and not a real presentation, you can use 12-point font. If it were really a presentation document that you were applying, you would want to use some different skills and techniques about font size, font selection, color, graphics, etc. We'll talk about that a little later in the course. I'll share a handout with you. But as far as this assignment goes, you may submit your presentation document and you can use 12-point font. You should also cite as you would in a paper. So if you are citing some information, give a parenthetical reference, which is usually the author, comma, year, both in parentheses. And if you should also include on your last slide or last 2 slides a references section, which clearly lists your references according to APA citation format. So that means in alphabetical order, giving the author, the initials, the year, using correct capitalization through the title, appropriate italics or not italics and bold, and citing volume, number, and pages if it is a journal. So just like you would in a paper, you can do that on your last slide or last couple of slides, depending on how many resources you have. Probably one slide will do it. Another question that was asked is if you can just share a Google document or other document, but usually a Google document with me. No, you need to submit through Blackboard. The reason for this is when you submit through Blackboard, it automatically puts your work through various tools that check for plagiarism, and that's why it's the policy that you submit it through Blackboard. However, if you want to submit your assignment and just paste the link, you can submit it that way. Just make sure that you share the document with me so that when I click on your link, I can see it. This assignment is due by Sunday, June 3rd at 11:59. I will post a mini APA lesson based upon your first assignment submissions. I'll give you some feedback, some trends that I noticed across the board. Keep on working on that APA. It isn't easy, but it does get easier. And remember to use the Writing Center. If you finish your your assignment ahead of time, submit it to the Writing Center and they will give you feedback, which means that I can give you more content feedback than just APA feedback. All right, that's the overview for week 4. Let me know if you have any questions.